was probably at the end, like a senior, and I was doing costumes for a production at Gulfport Little Theater. And then someone called and said, we're reviving a show called Starlight Express at the Biloxi Grand Theater, Gulfport Grand. Remember they had a theater there?
Yeah.
Yeah. So they were like, is anyone, does costumes at your theater? And it's community, And they're like, well, Denise is all into the makeup, the costumes, the wigs. So I actually got hired by a temp agency to work for this company called Troika Entertainment. Starlight Express is Andrew Lloyd Webber, who wrote Cats the Musical.
Me, awful, home, auto, muscle, builders, lips, and life is rich.
Oliver's good.
Oliver Shots is rich.
The John Barron Podcast.
So if it's oil to oil sticks better, which is why the lotion does work. Yes, your son's so cute. He was like, I was like, hi, cutie, because I have a 5-year-old, and he's like, he looked like, oh my God, she's talking to me. Well, and I also look like a coloring book,
Yeah, your hair looks wild.
Thanks, this is my natural color.
She probably got it done right before the podcast.
Literally, I got it done 28 seconds ago. Nice to see you.
Yeah. This is
Here we
back
are.
for a third episode.
Yeah, I don't count the second one. It was too much dudes.
What you gotta get closer to your mic.
My voice carries JoJo. Jordan.
Well,
This is JoJo.
yeah, that's fine. Denise is back on for the third episode. She's saying the second episode. Denise is here. I'd like to grab and go into a little bit where you're from and how you got in the world of marketing and
entertainment. Well, first, let's address the elephant in the room. Why am I at your hosting seat real quick?
You don't like the angles I shoot. You gotta get that mic up closer, though.
I literally was like, JoJo, I am not sitting sideways on that couch. You are a hater.
No, I'm not. That's not. It's filming a conversation.
I said your guests want to look their best. Like,
I think for me though is like got to go with my CP.
Yeah.
I don't mean look, guys. When I set this little area up, it's because I enjoy the futon. It's got a lot of memories on it, and it's corduroyed.
I enjoyed our side by side action.
Oh yeah.
It was cute, but I was like, because the side I look better from the front, JoJo.
Okay, well then look, I lost that battle. Now I'm.
I know he's very accommodating.
Yeah, sure.
By the way,
as long as you put your mouth on that close to that mic, you'll be fine.
Can you not hear me?
I can hear you, but the when you're going like talking outside.
Oh, I gotcha. Okay,
yeah,
got it.
No, you got to be kind of direct into the mic.
So I have JoJo a gift.
What's the gift? Let's go.
I brought gifts last time. Do you remember what they were?
There was a whiskey glass.
Whiskey glasses.
That's yeah.
So I had to hide it. I just had a sweater. It is a hat, and it says, "My name isn't Tom, but I'm petty AF."
Oh.
And it's like a captain's hat.
Let's see.
I like to bring gifts.
I'll wear it.
It reminded me, you had like some nautical hat in here last time I was here.
No, there's Captain Al's hat right there.
Oh, see, I remember.
You grab it. No, I do that. I have the Crawford and beard in gold, and I love these type of old style
Me
hats.
too.
I've seen them all the time, like in the 80s and 90s on the coast.
Isn't that funny? My name's not Tom, but I'm petty AF. Perfect. I knew it'd fit that big noggin.
All right. Well, what school did you go to?
Okay, so let's see. Let's go back. How old am I? Okay, I just turned 20. So I went to elementary school, and my dad was Air Force, military, Desert Storm, all that jazz. So we lived in Oklahoma City. So that was Oklahoma. And then middle school, I went to North Woolmarket Middle School for 1 year when they first opened. We were, 8th grade? And then high school, D'Iberville.
And what year? What year? I'm 05. What are you?
Okay, I actually graduated 6 months early. My mom had got sick with thyroid issues, so I would have been my younger boyfriend, fiance, I'm really bad at saying that. Sorry, I love you. he always says, "Why do you say it like this?" I say 2003. How do you say 2003?
I just say '03.
I say 20. If it's a O, like I say 20, and he's like, that is so bizarre. But a lot of people our age say it that way. So anyway, class of 2003.
And were you working at like Mac Makeup? When did you start getting into the whole
Ooh.
makeup?
Yeah.
'Cause that
Okay.
kind of launched.
Yeah. Oh, very
The
true.
makeup kind of launched because of the way you were taking time, and
Yeah.
even you're doing our Halloween makeup. So like you always had a passion for makeup.
Yeah. So it was like costumes, wigs, and makeup. So basically, what it was I was in musical theater, Center Stage in Biloxi, Gulfport Little Theater. I just liked light sound action. I just really was born Denise. Like my mom always says, I sucked all her confidence and color out, and that's why my brother's such a chill, nice young man with a high credit score. You know, we're like so opposite. But I was in community theater, and I was in high school. I was probably at the end, like a senior, and I was doing costumes for a production at Gulfport Little Theater. And then someone called and said, we're reviving a show called Starlight Express at the Biloxi Grand Theater, Gulfport Grand. Remember they had a theater there?
Yeah.
Yeah. So they were like, is anyone, does costumes at your theater? And it's community, And they're like, well, Denise is all into the makeup, the costumes, the wigs. So I actually got hired by a temp agency to work for this company called Troika Entertainment. Starlight Express is Andrew Lloyd Webber, who wrote Cats the Musical. This was his 80s show, and it's really killer. Like, they're on roller skates. Each character's a futuristic train. Well, this show had been out of commission in Germany since 1984, and this was the year 2001. They called, and we revived these costumes that at that time were like 20-something years old. And that really launched me into the professional theater world because I'm sitting there like scrubbing crotches and armpits, and I'm like, this is awesome and like glamorous. And I loved it because we were in the theater element. And I mean, honestly, I just knew that's where I belong. Like, that's me.
What was production like of that?
So it was
play?
just so elevated. I was used to home theaters, hometown theaters. And this was a casino theater. And then we were backstage, and you see the fog, and you meet the lighting guys and the stage managers and just all the things that create a show. And then you see these actors, and they're so talented, and then they're on roller skates. And I just can't explain it. Like, even then, I was a $11 an hour wardrobe costume department girl. And I just was so enamored by the experience. Even now talking about it, it's like not even for the camera. Like, I light up talking about it because I truly love production, creative, immersive
let's go
experience.
into. So you didn't get your experience full blown from the casinos because you were with a different company.
Yes. Oh, well, so that was just me as a temp. So what happened from there? Because I did good with this company, then they brought Cats the musical, the famous musical, to the Biloxi Grand. And then I went there, and then that company actually hired me, and I did costumes for Cats and did a little mini tour for about 6 months. Then what really got me into it was while I was doing that, I was like doing makeup for people's proms and weddings and Halloween, and I'm like, I'm more into the extreme stuff, you know what I mean? But then I'm like, if I can make you look like a goblin, then I can make you look pretty for your wedding. I know that sounds crazy, but it was more challenging for me to do the natural glam than like the creature makeup, And then I called over MGM Beau Rivage. I mean, this is back in the day. I went online, and it's not like there was...
Did they have the coin machines, or did they have the players' cards?
I think it was still coin machines, but I love this story because I basically felt like I hacked into the mainframe of Cirque du Soleil. So at the time, they had Cirque du Soleil shows, and you could look up head of wardrobe, head of lighting. So this guy who's still my dear friend, his name is George Roth. He lives in the French Quarter. I found his email online on this like PDF of everyone's extensions. And I cold called and I said, he's like, wardrobe, this is George. And I'm like, hi, my name's Denise and I do costumes and wigs and makeup. I'd love to come work for your productions, you know. And at this time, you know, Beau Rivage and MGM on the coast, it had only been here like 3 years or something. And he goes, which wouldn't work in HR nowadays, but who cares? It's entertainment. But he goes, do you have kids? And I said, no. He's like, do you have a boyfriend? I was like, 5. And he said, do you have a life? I said, no. He said, all right, come in, I'll talk to you. And like literally I just walked in and like he showed me the wardrobe room, asked me if I could sew, which my sewing skills were not like
But you said yes.
Yeah, I said yeah. But what's cool, like I said, I love that because that was me being me, and now I'm in entertainment. If someone called creative elements like that right now, I'd scoop them up because I wanted to be in the environment. So anyway, as doing that, you meet people, you see different productions, you meet different tour people, and then so I do that 6 days a week, and then I do makeup here and there. And you remember I worked at the Snowball stand too. Do you remember that?
I don't know if was it Rainey's?
No, it was the little snowball stand by the mall.
That's your family. Yes, I
and
remember.
Justine ran it.
I used to go there. Yeah, okay.
So like I was a hustler then. Like I was like 22, and I'm like,
ain't that your family property?
No, it was my friend Justine's connection. But
Okay.
But we were 22. You know, She was like, whenever you're off, just come help me run the snowball stand, and then I'll take breaks. And I'm like, all right. You know, we knew how to sell snowballs to dads. We were like 22, you know. But we'd take our little money and we'd go to like Bonefish
And she's
Grill.
talking about the one by the IP on the left.
Oh, it was, no, this is by the mall. By the mall. By Ironworks, the old Ironworks. Because Eddie used to come get a large ice cream with cream. And this is before all the bells and whistles. You didn't do fruit. This was straight high fructose corn syrup. Like, you'd have a sugar coma after you ate one of ours. And come on, you know I was generous. I'm like,
did you have any sour spray?
No, we didn't do all that, man. This is old school.
My parents owned a snowball stand called Cool Spots.
I did not know that.
Yeah, it's right there it was on the corner of Crew Throats Country Corner. And I worked it after school every day.
Yes.
And then we had 2 girls work it. Adriana, her husband owns Cafe New Orleans.
Oh, yeah. They're still good, too.
Her and her sister worked that snowball stand, and then my parents found a way for us to work it without making, some money.
Yeah.
I mean, of course, we get like $5, but then when we figured out how to use the ice machine, we stayed in that snowball. Like, once we figured out how to put that block of ice in,
yeah.
because it's a different block of ice.
Shaved,
yeah, it's a whole different block of ice. But once we figured that out,
dude, I think the snowballs, like, I got one recently. I texted my good friend Lee, and I was like, they're open. And he's like, what? I'm like, the best snowball stand by Scarlet Pearl.
That's where we go now.
Sweet Dolce or something.
Me and Oliver went last week.
Oh my God. I was like, my friend texted me. He's like, what are you doing for dinner? I'm like, a snowball. And I sent a picture, and I got wedding cake. I don't like a lot of syrup, though. I got wedding cake.
I don't do a lot of syrup anymore.
No.
When you see, they're pretty good about it, that place down there.
No, they're elite.
How much sugar is in that syrup?
Well, what I do is I get light syrup, but I definitely do layers of the condensed milk. So wedding cake with cream and fresh strawberries. Chef's
All right,
kiss.
we're back at, you got it hired at MGM.
Yeah. So, I'm back there. Honestly, it's not a flex. I love my story. Literally probably the lowest in the theater world of the totem pole. But it was just great. We worked, shows were 6 days a week. Then our boss, Anthony Gibson, was the executive director of entertainment. Love him. Mentor. He's amazing. He's retired now. The OG of entertainment. He used to sing with like those doo-wop bands, the Platters. Like, oh, he's so amazing. But he's like, hey, we have a headliner. This is where like more hair and makeup came in. We have a headliner. We need to do, can you do wigs for Buddy Holly musical or something? And I'm like, oh yeah, hell yeah. So like more bigger named productions.
As you're just lying your way to the top.
No.
Did you have the skills then, or you like kind of?
No. I never lied, but I definitely never said no.
Well, I mean, but for the fact that you're like, yeah, I could do it.
Oh yeah, one time it was like, hey, we need you to work. It was like Engelbert Humperdinck, and I was like, okay, cool. So that's like a headliner, and be prepared. Usually it's just steaming, washing, helping them change during the show. But like I remember they're like, can you sew a suit jacket? I was like, oh, absolutely, absolutely. I was just praying, please don't rip your jacket because I'll figure it out. But anyway, as I did that, more opportunities came. And I was an independent contract. Oh, wait, no, I missed the whole thing. Something happened. I don't remember. Maybe the recession. Do you remember what year that was? Was that 2008?
Yeah, right
around then?
Yeah.
Okay. So because out of MGM had to do like a mass layoff, like globally or whatever, from wherever I got hired, they had to get rid of some people. And I was on the chopping block, but they didn't want to lose me. So basically, I got chopped, and then 90 days, 30 days, whatever their policy was, I was able to come back as a vendor. And secretly, now that really opened. I love this story because it really can inspire people just to be aware and be ready because you never know what can happen. But that turned me into an independent contractor. And I didn't know what that was. So I had to figure that out. And then, well, what is your day rate to do wardrobe? What is your day rate to do makeup? Oh, okay. Do you want to work? Yes or no? Because you're your own, own boss. So stuff like that. In the meantime, on my free time, still cranking out snowballs, cranking out makeup. You know what I mean? Just kidding. The snowballs was summer, but it was awesome. I love that memory. But so anyway, cool things happen. I am now a true makeup artist doing, well, this is years later, Mardi Gras, celebrities, Queen Latifah, Patti LaBelle. It's all growing.
It's all under your Creative Elements, correct?
Yes, Creative Elements
You also
Productions.
you can hire some girls for events.
Yeah, so here's what I'll say.
How do you get in that gray? That's what I was going to ask you. How do you get in that gray? That's kind of a gray area to be able to hire girls to go to do events.
Well, girls and guys and everything in between.
Okay. I'm just curious about that.
Sure. So my company. So let's fast forward. Let's go back and fast forward quickly. Started with costumes, hair, and makeup. Evolved into an actual agency production company. And I say where we stand now, we have divisions. And I have different people, and they're the same people. Same cameraman I thanked on the last one, still my cameraman. So we do video and photography for businesses, media content, promo, hotel, casino, sportsbook, restaurants. I'm licensed in 4 states now. We also do event production. We've done the king of Gulf Coast Mardi Gras, Trey Sutton. We did all his events and stuff in conjunction with other vendors, but we were like the producer.
You did disco sound or something.
Yeah, the silent disco. At Walter Anderson Museum of Art.
Who's that guy that does all the mapping?
His name's Colin, but
yeah,
I've worked with him before. Yeah,
he's got that machine.
I don't know, but anyway, I want to talk about what I want to talk about.
No, you can't just come on and take over the show.
No, I want to finish my story though.
I know, but we can.
Because you asked about girls,
yeah, we
so
go
now
back
everybody
I know
wants
we go
to
back
know.
and forth though, but yeah, go ahead and take over.
Okay, so with the event production, then obviously we've always booked entertainers, talent, everything. So when you say girls, you make it sound bad. But promotional event brand ambassadors, that's what it is.
Yeah,
so there's not really.
It's just that it's so unique to do that down here because.
Oh yeah.
Because we've had we don't have a strip club, stuff like that we used to have back in the 90s.
It's not that kind of
Well, no, but it's just such a gray area where people are because you do. They're out at events. They work hard. It's just I'm curious about on a business aspect of how that works because that's a very, very niche. You could be like, hey, somebody called me hey, I need 5 mermaids at this casino pool.
Margaritaville, we do that every year.
And so you're hiring out that way.
So I don't look them. I look at them as talent. They're entertainers. They're promoting.
So they got their own
brand.
headshots and.
I wish they did. I do offer and welcome entertainers on the coast. It's always lacking. we're booking bands for a casino in Vicksburg on their entertainment calendar. And I've called for bands to submit their EPK, which if no one knows what that is, that's an electronic press kit. We'll be happy to help you get it together. I will cut you a good rate because it makes me sad that there are so many talented artists that don't take the time for the headshots, the videos, the promotional reel.
So you offer all that, correct?
Yeah, we do that, and I want to help artists. See, I always say Creative Elements formed as a business because I truly see the beauty and the talent of people in the South. I would sit in these environments where they're hiring people from the West Coast, from New York, from LA, and I'm like, I literally know a guy that could do this, but 10 times better. And so that's really the foundation of my company is I like to uplift other people, especially creatives.
Yeah, I mean, that was a good question. I was going to hit on that one. You know, your company, like I said, you can have who's your guy that you have your filmographer, and I do share like other like that guy Colin. He does incredible work.
Oh yeah, he's great at projection.
Because it's hard to project or map them type of buildings.
Yeah,
you can't just like plug in the machine and just let it go. You got to map out everything, and that's some.
And that's tedious. That's another thing. That's a unique, creative niche offering. Another element that makes the coast beautiful is there's creative minds that can do cool, creative things. You know.
I thought it was cool how we still have our marketing company and we still do client work. It's just fun to see yours. You go outside the realm of like the promotional stuff.
Yeah,
you go outside of like I guess a big market is food photos.
Yeah,
it's more like if you want to get promotional Players Club stuff.
Yes, so that's like lifestyle and food photography and. We did a property shoot recently for it's called Evergreen. So this material can be used a guest checking in at the hotel. This was for Scarlet Pearl actually. Guests can be checking in, holding the room key with their branding, or like you said, eating with their restaurant chopsticks. So all that material, I like doing it because you can help the company, big or small, show what they do there, because as a visitor you look up online, what do they got going on there? We have a new client actually we're working very heavily with branding and marketing. It's called Neighbors Tap and Table. They're in Gulfport, 1307 25th
What's that going to be?
Avenue.
I've seen some photos because I follow that guy on social media. I met him once.
Yeah, Matthew Bounds and CJ Bryant are the owners.
He was
amazing.
at one of the Pink Dress Front events.
Yeah, he's a big community advocate. I really, really have enjoyed working with him.
So you're going to like get that thing popping. It's pretty much your job.
I hope so.
Well, that's your job.
That is my job.
Paying you to fill seats.
Absolutely. So we're going to do a food photo shoot and video shoot in there. They did a great job. The reason I mentioned them is, well, first you talked about the food, but you're a Gulfport boy too. They're like you. They have a mission to make Gulfport, like seen and on the map and bring some new stuff. The place is beautiful. It's chrome green, marble, black and white. Completely renovated that space.
It's got like was that like a 40s style to it?
It's got a modern Art Deco is what I would call it.
I've seen the outside with the pinstripes.
Yeah, yep. And then that logo, that was Alex who did the logo, my boy Alex. It's very Art Deco, but not stuffy. So comfortable. Like you can come in there like that and feel comfortable. It's definitely like
when is it planned to open?
So grand opening for them will be May 16th. Yep, in a few weeks. And they have an awesome GM. Her name is Jen. It's just going to be welcoming. It's cozy. It's about 76 seats or something like that. It's just going to be a cool vibe. And I'm really happy working with them because they have the same vision as like people like you, people like me, to make the Gulf Coast have cooler offerings.
I hadn't made like a full blown confirm. But I might be running for the House of Representatives.
I read, and that's why I really brought up Gulfport. I was waiting to talk about JoJo.
Well, I mean, been having a lot of fun with my charity over the years. We've raised a lot of money. It's becoming it's kind of like becoming like its own child.
Yeah.
And then I decided I went up there this year for session, and I thought I'd want to become a lobbyist.
How'd you feel in that environment? I want to know.
I do good under pressure. I do, and it's no different than a theatrical. I mean, everything's so fast and moving parts.
What's your sign? I don't remember.
I don't know my sign. September
what?
17th.
Sagittarius, maybe? I don't know. I might be wrong.
But I decided to go up there, work as a lobbyist, find out I really wasn't interested in lobbying work. And then I met Hank Zuber, and then I ended up going to the Capitol with him, and then started working, understanding stuff. And I'm fully still learning a lot of it.
That's cool,
but
JoJo. I'm proud of you.
I enjoyed how hard some people work out of 122 members. And I'm like, I'll work 17 hours. I mean, I went 3 days without showering and wearing a suit.
Heard.
But it's just one of the things where I like deadlines. Like, it needs to be done in 13 hours. Well, I say, let's fucking go.
Look, we have the same energy. You're probably like me, and tell me if I'm wrong. I always tell everyone when they're like, you've accomplished this and that. I don't even think of it like that. But when I do, I'm like, that's awesome. Thank you. And I can't do anything without the creative team that works with me, but I always say it's the thrill of the hunt. Do you feel like that?
Yeah, I mean,
it's not the finish line. No. I enjoy. See, some people just want to hurry and finish.
Like right now, we got tickets launching May 1st, and it's up to me to make sure the tickets are up. Well, already worked on getting the tickets.
Yeah.
Situated. I kind of, just because I've been doing it for 10 years. It's literally starting to become like a child, and you see other people get involved with it now, and you're seeing them want to put a little more effort in. But yeah, I mean, it's that hunt. It's that I always, at the end of the year, it's holy shit, did we raise that?
Yeah.
Or it's that, and then it moves on. It's so fast how the day after the run, I'm not satisfied. So I'm never satisfied, and that gets me to push. Because you come off a high, you're like, oh, that was so good. We broke that record.
Are you does your brain work like my brain where I'll be in the moment, but it's like I'm definitely adult onset ADHD, not diagnosed, but I know it. And what it is I've actually been on like this 90-day wellness journey, just mind, body, and soul, how I approach things. I've been reading a lot about adult onset ADHD, and I think in terms of what we do for a living, it's a superpower, but you have to learn how to harness it. And the point of me saying that is, are you at your event like me when I do events for clients? I'm there in the moment, but I'm also thinking about what I have to do for that event next. Yeah, like I'm already 100%. Running for the next.
And I also do the run. So
I know.
So I do the run, and I look over, and I make sure everybody's safe.
Yep.
And it's because I'm writing the insurance on it too.
Yep.
So
I know this story. Trust me.
And you finish the 5K, and you come back, even though you got CP, which after last year I wore my Nike Dunks. I won't do it this year, but I pretty much was like held up by Ian from 701.
Nice.
Again, Chase Perry that was with Root Down. I ended up with them behind me, kind of carrying me, get across that finish line. Well, because after I took my socks off and my feet were killing me. And
how long is the run?
I think it's like a 3 mile.
Damn,
run.
Yeah.
But it's a walk. I walk that thing. I ain't running.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna look. It's
maybe I'll get out there this year.
Just walk it. I mean.
I'll bring a mongoose from back in the day, the scooter.
So we're going into now. You're in these media companies, and are you laying out these companies because you're compartmentalized? How do you say that word? Compartmentalize your brain. Do you have a team behind you? Do you have
everything? So
staff?
So everything has like its own group, and I'm super cool. Like I've always been like this, like when I'm brainstorming. So, look, everyone can run their business how they want to. But for me, like when I was booking talent, and I'm still booking talent, we actually just booked Titus Gillard in Vicksburg to do blues this weekend. So I was super excited about that. But like when I book talent or like use my camera guys or graphic designers or web designers, I have a team for this, a team for that, a team for that, and then my on event staff. However, I'm not like a psycho, like you can't do anything else outside of this. I don't think that's psycho, wrong word. I'm just not like that, because as a creative, and as young creative Denise was, I don't wear one hat. So yes, I have my team.
Are you pretty strict on like if the filming's off a little bit, will you straight up say it?
Yes, Chaz, sorry.
No, let's go in. How do you handle it? I want to know.
We had a meeting this morning.
How did Denise handle the film guy not getting that right shot?
So the shots, I will say, I'm very blessed. Everyone around me, again, has been around 7, 9, 14, 15 years in terms of my camera guys. So they know my brain. I'm pretty good at sending out shot lists and giving like the scope of what we're doing. It's really more about edits and editing. So they get the shots. I can recall one time where I hired someone outside, business hours. I hired someone outside of my team to do a fill-in, and they, on day 2, were like, day 1's memory card is wiped. I don't know where it went. And I was like, what? So that was only one time, like 10 years ago. But since then, we get the shots, but the edits, I'm just very particular. But my team, they know my energy. I know their energy. I'm mindful of their feelings. We are all creatives. We all want to show the world our talent, and then we want to jump off the bridge the next moment. That's how our brain works. So I will just say, hey, don't like that edit, totally missed the mark, or these colors are off. I'm just huge on color. And I know, depending on the company, the brand, what we're trying to sell for the customers, the brightness, the color, the grainy, film noir, cinematic stuff, that's good for certain customers. But if you're at a clinic shooting for cosmetic injectors, it needs to be bright and white and airy. You know what I mean? So I'm just pretty blunt with the criticism of it. But normally my team, we're just so in sync. Like, we really are.
You have people that work full time?
Yeah, well, I wouldn't say full time.
Or is a bunch of freelancers that?
Not freelancers. So they have a contract with my company. So they're contracted employees, I guess is the best way to say it. But it's not a standard 40 hours a week. It's like, you're contracted to do this. And if JoJo Entertainment, if I booked you on the job for JoJo Entertainment, anything we do for JoJo Entertainment, Creative Elements will facilitate. But there's never any issue. I don't know how to explain it. Like, there's never even. You pay well. I do.
You pay well.
I do pay well, because what kind of greedy bitch would I be if I just kept the money and not paid the creatives? I wouldn't be who I am. I don't know. I just don't care. If you have a brain.
How often does this business run?
Oh yeah, all the time.
7 days a week?
Yeah, I personally work.
If you're getting casino life, that's how it's got to work.
I work like 70 hours a week. It's not a joke. Like, it's insane.
How much of that is casino work?
Currently, see, casino work comes in spells, because it's about the campaign. Do they need content for a campaign? Are they opening a new restaurant? You got filming and media, and then you have events.
But promotions are huge.
That's what I was gonna say.
If you get in a casino and let's say you do one good promotion, they're gonna want to hire you back. But they are particular. Very particular,
and I'm also very grateful that they all know I'm nuts and I am very hands-on owner. So I'm not just like, all right, I'm sending a caricature artist and some promotional models and a camera guy. See you later. I'm like, I'll show up, make sure everyone's settled, everything looks good, organized, and then I'll like disappear. I'm very hands-on. But I think the customers, even casinos, even executives who, you only get a moment of their time. I respect casino executives or any large business executive, because if you're managing hundreds of thousands of people, 4,000 people at the hospital. A friend is a CEO. Like, that's a lot of humans to overall manage. Obviously you have supervisors, but I always try to get in quick with the info they need, get it done the way they want, and then disappear because they're focused on their business and we're trying to make that better, if that makes sense.
Yeah. It seems like now are you expanding out to like your own warehouse? There's goals?
Yes.
Or are you working from home? How
Yeah.
does the production run?
Well, so I had an office for 4 to 6 years. And then when Zion was younger, I did from home office. And then I have 2 storage units and I have a warehouse. And then me and my buddy, he has lighting, stage, audio equipment, all this stuff. I can use his facilities anytime I need. But I just said the other day, I said, okay, Zion's good. He's 5. I'm going back to the office. So I actually am currently shopping now. You kind of hit the nail on the head because I have an idea. I want a 2 or 3 room office and a warehouse. The warehouse to be used for set design. So we can do like, say, what's this say? I'm blind.
Noble. Pink lemonade.
Pink lemonade. Okay.
THC. Pink dress run official.
Perfect. So say we were going to do a product shoot. Instead of us having to impede on business for this company and go there, we can just get the stuff and shoot it in the studio. So that's actually, I'm shopping right now for a place.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Do you, are you like a CEO? Are you COO? Do you go by label? Or are you a creative director? That's what Emily is, creative director of Simon Lee.
Yeah. So CEO to me, I feel like is a widely overused term on the coast. People will do their $52 LLC online and go, I'm a CEO. Like, I think CEO formally is like when you have a board of directors. I don't have that yet. I like to say I'm an owner, executive producer, owner, creative director.
Boss bitch.
Yeah, that bitch.
How long has this company been in?
Oh my God, I'm really, really proud. So in July, it will be on paper, tax-paying paper, 12 years.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
Starting a business is just like...
Entertainment in general, I've done since 2001.
How do you like it, though? I mean, we both are small business owners.
My God.
It's just fascinating. Like, you blink and there's a bill.
Okay, so I'm, again, first of all, on this, would anyone like to buy a Gucci bag? Because the funds are low right now.
Dude, it's funny, like, when you see it, it's like, how do you feel? Like, man, you must really like owning your business. And I'm like, yeah. And all of a sudden you see like a transaction for a bill. You're like,
are you kidding? Like, okay, I'm very open about this. Like, feast or famine, owning your own business is feast or famine. Right now, we went through this 5-month, September. Starting in September, we were so blessed. Huge events, 80th birthday party. I got to blow it out of the water. Vintage airline theme, props from New Orleans. It was sickening. Filming. New Year's, we were on 5 different properties doing events. Mardi Gras, we do the sports book, BetMGM, Beau Rivage, Mardi Gras float. Design all the beads for the casino. Vicksburg work, got gaming license, lottery license, and business license in Virginia. Starting to work with casinos up there. Yeah, it's all good. Paying the bills. Bills are easy to pay. And then our slow season is like March, April. But I'm never slow because I'm still marketing and we still have monthly marketing clients. But me, what do you call it? Your nervous system. I only feel normal if it's like psycho, So it got a little slow there. And now we have clients where they're gearing up new marketing contracts, different things. We have new filming.
But the slow is just a different feel.
Yeah, it's weird because like even when you don't, even if you have some money, it's like, oh my God, I'm broke. I'm about to fail. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know how to explain it. Like, even if you're not broke in terms of whatever.
You're always broke mentally.
Yeah. Oh my God. Everyone needs me.
Your phone's blown up.
Sorry. I would like to say me and JoJo are on some adult stuff. It's on off too. That's crazy.
This is great though. I mean, this is why you started your business. Like, I think
we're filming on office hours where last time we were drinking cocktails.
Well, I mean, I have to. I want to change it to be able to take that little desk, and hopefully my goal is to bring that little desk everywhere I can go with it.
I love it.
And I'm going to just film off the desk. I like just sitting there, and I don't mind more than one person, but I like a one-on-one.
I do too. And by the way, the second podcast was fun when I was joking and said
too much
male
fun.
energy.
I had a good time that night.
It was awesome, but I like the one-on-one banter, I think, as well.
It's good, and like right now, what do you see creative elements in the next 5 years?
I don't know. I like where we are. I always want to grow. That's why I just got licensed in another state. I'm actually licensed in New Jersey, Mississippi. When I say license, business license, and if I work with casinos, you have to have a gaming license or lottery license. So Virginia.
Oh, you got a gaming license?
Yeah, I do.
So are you working with Scarlet Pearl? Is that how that works?
Oh, just yes, of course. I love them.
Do they have other properties?
No, that's their only property. But I wanted to answer what you said right. To work and do marketing, filming, and events and being on the gaming floor, I don't know gaming. I think that's an overall rule. So I've had a license. Wait a minute. I'm saying this wrong. Okay, Mississippi. Sorry, scratch that. My brain. In Virginia, to do any business with any casino, whether you're printing their ink pens to doing their live stage shows, which is what I'm working on, you have to have a gaming and a lottery license. In Mississippi, you don't or you do. Either way, I've had one. You can have one, or I don't know. New Jersey, you have to have one. So it's different. I don't know. But I do have them if they're required. I will pay the extra money. I don't care.
So you're picking up so that's going to go 3. You got 3 locations you're non-residents from.
Yes. And then Nevada too. I just got that last year.
Have you been flying a lot?
I'm flying more now. So did I tell you I went through this weird mental I don't fly period?
No.
Ooh.
Let's go. I'm dive into this.
Interesting. Okay, I don't really know. I like to be upfront about everything about me. So I don't know if any of your viewers or you have experienced flight anxiety. Have you ever felt this?
Nope.
Weird, okay? Because for me, it was like I was going in the pits of hell. I don't know what happened. I flew young. I was one of those kids. My grandpa lived in New Jersey. My dad's from there. I would fly alone. Remember back in the day, kids could fly alone? Like Oliver's freaking age, and like a flight attendant was in charge of your kid. Do you remember this?
Yeah, but I never took advantage of it. I never did.
So my parents sent me from Oklahoma to New Jersey. Oh my God, there's something on your arm. Ah, spider! Oh my God. Okay. I hope he didn't die. It's because you have all this foliage,
It's fake. Hey, it looks good though.
It looks good. I love it.
From Emily's other side of her home.
I feel a very tropical vibe in here.
She works the hall over.
Yeah.
And I took this from her office.
Emily's like, you smell good. She followed my scent.
What is that you wearing?
Baccarat.
Okay.
Baccarat.
Did you get it at a casino?
I did. Scarlet Pearl.
Yeah, come on. All right. We're going to go back to...
if any other casinos sell perfume, let me know.
We got the 5-year thing going.
I'm a perfume girl.
Are you still gambling?
I don't gamble. I've never gambled a day in my life.
I've always watched you. You seem like one of them lucky gamblers. I've watched you win heavy.
I have never gambled, JoJo.
What's the biggest hand you've won?
Wait, I want to talk about flying too.
All right, hit flying. Go flying.
Because I think it's important. We'll go back to gambling. Sure, why not? We could talk about gambling. But let's go to flying real quick because it's super important. I don't know what happened. I don't know if it was COVID or lack of being in an airplane, but my airplane anxiety was crippling, and I had an opportunity to do this amazing trip. This was, where are we at? About 5 years ago. I'm talking got to the gate. I was like, I can't breathe. I'm gonna have a heart attack. I'm gonna throw up. Oh my God. I cried. Denise was crying at the Gulfport International Airport at the freaking gate. I can't do it. Cancel. I don't care what it costs. Everyone hates me. Missed a whole group. And I could not understand, and I could not tell you what it was, except my brain really went to, what if you have an emergency there? And it was my blood pressure too, right? Remember, we've talked about that. I'd like to knock on wood. It's currently good because I've been being very healthier, you know. I mean, I'm still chunky, but very, like, everything's way better. Anyway, I think in my brain that the fear of something happening, it was crippling. I'm talking stop, like a force field wouldn't let me get on the plane. And it fucked me up for a while. Like, I was like, wow, you're not going to grow as a business. You're not going to grow as a person. Zion was very little then. He was maybe like 1 year old. And I'm like, great, you're going to be this person, which no offense, but you're going to be stuck in Mississippi because your brain won't let you travel. It was bad, JoJo. And some really amazing mentors, people I do business with, they're like so surprised, but I open up to them. They're like, Niecy, what? Like, you're you? What? And I'm like, yeah, like I threw away like a huge, massive paid for trip because I couldn't get on the freaking plane. And then me and my cameraman Chaz went to, this was like a year later after that, to film some hotel rooms at a casino in Vegas. And I had to go. And I'm like, I got to go. So, you know, I was like, what will make me comfortable? So I got like the first class, because one of the things for me, and by the way, I'm not being bougie, it can be preferred, whatever. My brain just did better not sitting in the back and seeing hundreds of people, right? It just does better seeing that. Also, I need air. Like, I get hot. You know, anyone who's had a panic attack, like, I feel it. So what I've done now is I've tailored it to where if I fly, I've got to do it and make myself comfortable. If it costs me more money, I do not care. And that's what helped me. But I love this story. He probably doesn't even care. I don't even know if he'll watch this. But my cameraman was with me, so comfortable. Before the plane took off, he put on headphones and fell asleep. And I'm like, oh my God, you're not nervous? And just think, this is the first time I flew after. And I'm like I'm like sweating. I'm like, you're not nervous? You're not freaking, I'm not loud, but I'm like scared. And he's like, I'm like, oh my God, wake up. I'm freaking out. And he's like, what are you worried about? And I'm like, what if I die up there? What if I have a heart attack? And he's like, what if you did down here? And I was like, oh, how rude. But I swear he doesn't know. Like, just that one, me flying with him was freaking perfect because he was kind of like, Ann, get it together. We got to go. You know what I mean? Like that tough love, that like get over it kind of like exposure therapy. It helps so much. And on the way back, we got stuck on the runway in a rainstorm for an hour. And I feel like that exposure therapy helps. So now flying, I'm way more comfortable. I might have a little moment on the plane where I'm like, oh shit, oh God, I'm going to throw up. Where are we? We're high in the air. But it's definitely not as bad. Also, if you're in first class, you get free Tito's.
Yeah.
That helps. But I just want people to know that flight anxiety is a real thing. Don't be embarrassed about it.
Start a movement.
I want to, because
start a movement. Do it,
dude. It kind of makes me sad. Think how many people haven't left Mississippi.
Yeah, but that's all. But you could be the one started it.
I want to, you know, like I almost want to do like a support group where, like, you know, get some people that are comfortable in the air, and bring people who've never been on a plane who are scared, and just kind of talk them through it. Because it sucks. The world is so cool. We went, we worked, we filmed, and then we saw Bruno Mars in Vegas. I would have never seen that.
How was Bruno Mars?
That is my next baby daddy, okay? He's amazing. Seeing Bruno Mars is like seeing Michael Jackson. It's amazing. Like, he's so fire. He's on point. He's going to New Orleans in September.
Let's you're skipping over the whole gambling thing.
I've never gambled. What do you mean?
Yeah, no, I've watched you win. Are you still gambling? Where's Denise in 2026 at casinos? What's the game to play? Where are you doing?
I think JoJo's just fascinated by the casino lifestyle. Okay, you got to know.
No, you do, and you've always gave me chips. I mean, seriously,
You
I will buy you like, here's some chips. You need to play with me. And I'm like, huh?
Please let people know that, like, I played even when I had no money.
No, you 100% always played.
Like, literally, like, I'd make like $300 a week, and I still played.
If I can get a chance, if I go by her table, she always gives me a chip.
Show did.
So
I'm a generous person, I think.
How about video poker? I think video poker's shit.
That's not really my thing.
I don't like that game at all.
That is a good thing. I notice a lot of industry, restaurant industry people like, but that makes sense because they're dealing with human interaction all day. And when you do video poker, you can just kind of like brain dump and have a cocktail. Like, believe it or not, I'm like that at home. I'm talking at home. It's like very zen, very quiet, and just focus on Zion. Like, so anyway, that's actually why I did like gambling. It's like a brain dump.
So you're done with gambling now?
I play, but I wouldn't say I play. I don't have the time. Yeah. But when I go to Vegas, I am Bruno Mars. I need you to know that.
So
I'm like going down the hall. Put your pinky fingers to the moon.
So, all right. Would you care to come back on the podcast?
Yeah.
This is the end of our episode.
Oh.
This is a smaller version of what I want to be doing, but I will be
it.
moving this desk around, and I appreciate you coming on the show. Shout out to Creative Elements, and I'm blessed for the way you're growing it, and
thank you, Jojo.
You got a lot of accounts, and guys, and then we got to sit in for a still, but subscribe and like this video, and me and you got to make a fake photo, so just stand still and look at the camera. All right, and guys, thank you so much for tuning into the Jordan Durham podcast. Y'all take care.
I want to interrupt real quick. Jojo, I'm very proud of you.
Thank you.
I don't know if anyone's told you that.
Very few. No, I have family.
So, sorry, we'll wrapping up in just a sec. I'm proud of you. I knew Jojo, and I won't go on a tangent because it can make me emotional. Our good friend Eddie, we've talked about it before.
Yeah.
His little head is right behind you. So if I've been more smiley this podcast, it's because I've been looking at you two knuckleheads together.
100%.
Love Jojo. When I met Jojo, he had on a polo shirt, loafers, a preppy comb over, but he was still the vibe. The bearded vibe was under the preppy guy. And I'm just proud of him. He's a great dad, a great husband, a great community advocate. And I wanted to take time to give you your flowers. And I genuinely mean that.
Thank you. And yeah, that means the world to me. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Keep going, guys. And we'll have a podcast with Ivan Spinner next.
Ooh,
take care.
Tune in.